Oh, Paco. What's up, bro?
Okay. So, once I rejoined the robotics team, 2079, there was no going back. I remember I was on a team freshman year, but I was a video game junkie, so I was like, whatever, I'll go play video games instead. And I did that for the next 2 years. And I joined my junior year, and the first couple of weeks of robotics, I grew closer to Martin, and I met people like Jayla, not Jayla, Stella, James, Yvette, and yeah. So I met them, like the robotics team, and I became closer to them. And as the build season started, it was like a 6-week-long period where every day you'd go after school, hang out with them, and build a robot. And like I grew closer to these people. I spent more time with them than I did with my family. I never saw my family in that 6-week period. And I spent countless hours with them, and it didn't bother me. I loved it. It was fun, you know. It was my home away from home. And during that build season, it was just the greatest moments of our lives. So we didn't have, there was no problems between us, and there was never a dull moment. And I remember our first competitions in Lubbock. It was my first competition ever. I walked through the tunnels, and it was like a big stadium. And I remember seeing everybody like laughing, dancing, you know, screaming. It's like a big party, nerds basically. And I remember thinking to myself, like, this is what I want to do. I'm a nerd. I go to New Tech, and I might as well be even more of a nerd and be robotics. And it's like engineering, and I love to do that. So I thought to myself that this is what I want to do as a kid. I mean, as my career path, be an engineer. And it was great. Like I got to collaborate with other teams around the nation from the other countries, and I made new friends on other teams. It was good memories. But the best memory was when we went that night. We went to the house. We stayed in houses, and as a team we cooked dinner together. And we were eating. We ate at this big table. It was like a big picnic table, and everyone was sitting around it talking about memories and things they did that day. I remember like stopping in the moment, and like everything froze, and I like looked at the team, and like from then on I thought these people were my family, no longer my friends but family, because I grew so close to them, and I'm so comfortable with them, and like it was just like I was frozen for an hour just looking at them and embracing the moment. And out of everything we've done that season, that was the greatest moment for me. The next day, it was like the elimination round day. It was like playoffs, and the team was hoping to be chosen by the second-seeded Lions. As we were going through the pick list and stuff, everyone was getting nervous and tense, and I was just sitting there like, I don't know, I don't care really. It was my first competition. And when we got chosen, everybody got up and they're like yelling, they're like, ah, and screaming and chanting, and I just got up and I was clapping, because it wasn't my thing yet. It wasn't like football where I'd cry or something if we lost. And so that happened, and we went to the finals and we lost. The team was sad, but we were thankful at the same time, because it was the farthest we ever been. And then later on that year, we went to Houston and Alamo, where we won the competition, and the team cried from happiness that they won a competition. And I saw Martin and Stella and all these people cry, and I looked at them like, are you stupid? Like, it's robotics, why are you crying? And like at one point at our last regional, I tried to cry. I tried to make myself cry to like fit in, because everybody was crying. And I was just like, I can't do it. Like, you know, in football, I'd cry my heart out when we lose a big match, but I couldn't do it there. So that emotion didn't transfer. And then this year, as a seniors, we're supposed to leave a legacy, and so I was teaching Yahaira how to do things and teaching her my knowledge. And from then, I grew closer to her and some other juniors. But eventually, the other juniors went to shit, and I don't care about them no more. And so I only care. Like I grew close to Yahaira, and we're best friends, and she knows everything I know. And next year, she'll do what I did, which was electrical and pneumatics. And we went to the regionals, and I kind of already hated the other juniors, and I had a good relationship with Yahaira. And I knew for sure I didn't want to cry in front of these people I didn't like. And so when we went to Dallas, we lost. I mean, we lost our first regional in Alamo, Then we went to Dallas, and that was our last chance to go to championship. And we got paired with the 7-seeded Alliance rookie team. And I knew from then on there's no chances. So I watched our quarterfinals, and our last match I wasn't on the drive team. Martin was. I saw him playing, and I started crying because it was over. And like everything I've done for the past 2 years, I'm not going farther than this. And so after the competition or whatever, I found Martin. He was crying outside, and I joined him. We cried outside together for 30 minutes. It was weird because people kept walking by us. But I was like, whatever, it's robotics, I'm crying. And like, without the team, like I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't be the straightest student, or I wouldn't try hard in school, or I'd be doing drugs instead of robotics. I don't I don't know where I'd be without the team, like academically, emotionally, mentally. The team is who I am, like why I became Paco. And although I'm a jerk to some of y'all, I look at I think about robotics, how they changed me to try hard in life and be successful, and I kind of cut people off that would hold me back. So do what you love, and eliminate people that will hold you back.